What is up, guys? Welcome back to S3M2 Football and welcome to today's football preview video. There is a Super Sunday clash kicking off this Sunday in the English Premier League. So please stick around for just a few moments as I cover the fixture that is kicking off on the 9th of March at Old Trafford that sees Manchester United hosting old rivals Arsenal. We start off today's fixture with the home side here being Manchester United. The last 5 fixtures for the Red Devils have ended in 1 win, 2 draws and then 2 losses. Man United's last match was a 1-1 draw away at Real Sociedad in the Europa League earlier this week. And in their last 5 fixtures, Ruben Amorim's team have scored 7 goals, but they've matched that by conceding 7 goals. The first player I have to talk about for Manchester United is their top goal scorer. Portuguese attacking midfielder Bruno Fernandes has 11 goals and 13 assists in 41 appearances. Bruno Fernandes is the primary playmaker at Manchester United. He's a player who can pass very accurately, who can dribble very efficiently, and who can shoot and score goals as well. Next up on the defensive side, I want to talk about Uruguayan defensive midfielder Manuel Ugarte. In 32 appearances, Ugarte has just 1 goal and a single assist, but I think he operates more as the destroyer in midfield for Manchester United. Ugarte is strong, has a lot of stamina, and he's not afraid to get stuck in and make those dirty challenges if he needs to. Keeping things solid at the back, I want to talk about English centre-back Harry Maguire. In 28 appearances, he has 3 goals, and for me, Harry Maguire has proven to be the defensive leader at Manchester United. He's got a lot of discipline, and you can see his dedication to the team every single week. Harry Maguire might not be the quickest centre-back, but he will continue running and giving his all for his team. Tactically for Manchester United, coach Ruben Amorim likes his team to play on the counter-attack. Manchester United are able to switch from defense to attack using all of their pacey wingers. To that end, we have seen him line his team up in a 3-4-2-1 formation. Wingbacks like Diogo Dalot, Nusar Mazraoui and Patrick Dorgu give this team width, while Bruno Fernandes and Christian Eriksen operate as the playmakers centrally. Casemiro and Manuel Ugarte then operate as holding midfielders, looking to maintain solidity in the center and cover the defenders if they're ever caught out of position. Okay, on to the away team. Now for Arsenal, the last 5 fixtures for the Gunners have ended in 2 wins, 1 draw and 2 losses. Arsenal's last match was a 7-1 demolition away at PSV Eindhoven. And in their last 5 fixtures, Mikel Arteta's team have scored 9 goals and conceded just 4. The first player I have to talk about for Arsenal is a player who I think can operate both as a creative playmaker and as a goal scorer. Belgian left winger Leandro Trossard has 6 goals and 7 assists in 40 appearances. And in him, Arsenal have a true winger, a player who can dribble and is very efficient in 1v1 situations, but who's also versatile enough to go out wide and deliver crosses in, or decide to cut in and apply pressure on the opposition goalkeeper by taking shots instead. Pulling the strings in midfield for Mikel Arteta's team, I want to talk about Norwegian attacking midfielder Martin Odegaard. In 29 appearances, he has 5 goals and 7 assists, and I look at Odegaard and I see the main playmaker at Arsenal. He's a player who is blessed with great passing ability, so he is able to control and dictate the tempo of the game. Martin Odegaard is also really able to influence other players and how well they play with his movement off the ball, able to pick the ball up and then just sort of distribute it everywhere, wherever it needs to go. And finally, defensively for Arsenal, I want to talk about French centre-back William Saliba. In 37 appearances, Saliba has just 2 goals, but he is the defensive rock at Arsenal. Saliba is strong, he's physical, and he's able to balance all of these great physical attributes out with his mental intelligence as well. He's able to read the game, predict how it's going to go, and then just sort of shut the opposition off before they're able to mount any efficient attacks. Tactically for Arsenal, coach Mikel Arteta also likes to set his team up to play on the counter-attack, but Arsenal are a very flexible team. Their pace out wide allows this team to overwhelm the opposition with sheer numbers in the wider areas of the pitch. Arsenal have lined up in a 4-3-3 formation more often than not this season, and this allows them to just exploit those wide areas, while a player like Martin Odegaard operates centrally to change the game plan from counter-attack to possession whenever they need him to. Players in the midfield like Declan Rice operate and provide extra energy and stamina, while Thomas Partey can operate as the holding midfielder, just cutting the ball out and giving the opposition a very difficult time in the center of the pitch. Looking at the head-to-head between these two teams, the last 5 fixtures between Arsenal and Manchester United have ended in 1 win for the Red Devils and then 4 wins for the Gunners. So this one overwhelmingly favours Arsenal. In terms of goal output though, in those last 5 fixtures, Manchester United have hit the back of the net 4 times, while Arsenal have scored 10 times. So there too, the Gunners are definitely ahead. If we look at the league table, Manchester United find themselves languishing in 14th spot on 33 points, while Arsenal are second with 54 points. So this has been a really good season for Arsenal and a quite pathetic season for Manchester United. Both of these teams do have very long injury lists and some very notable absences. For Manchester United, the Red Devils are without the services of Patrick Dorgu, Altay Bayindr, Mason Mount, Johnny Evans, Kobe Mainu, Luke Shaw, Amad Diallo, and Lisandro Martinez. So some big names missing there, and unfortunately, Ruben Amorim has really struggled to replace some of these players. For Arsenal, the Gunners are without Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, Kai Havertz, and Gabriel Jesus. So even though Arsenal are without all of these forward players, they've still been able to get goals. And I think that's just a testament to the maturity and the flexibility of all the other players. I mean, Arsenal were able to score 7 goals against PSV Eindhoven in the Champions League earlier this week. Manchester United, on the other hand, have issues both in terms of their front line, in their midfield, and in the back line as well. But mainly, the huge issue at Old Trafford is that everybody who is available somehow lacks creativity at times, but confidence and chemistry all of the time. It looks kind of like they're playing schoolboy football, where it's just knock the ball forward, and if somebody gets it, they do, and if they don't, well, we'll just try again in 5 minutes time. And that's why Manchester United have found themselves in the unfortunate spot of simply having only the Europa League to play for this season, having been knocked out of the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, and they're totally out of the Premier League race altogether. For Arsenal, they're still chasing Liverpool in the Premier League, as difficult as it might be, and having torn their Champions League opponents apart, they're looking very strong to qualify for the next round in that competition as well. Right now, Manchester United are not in the Premier League title race, they're not in the race for Champions League qualification, they're not even in the race for Europa League or Conference League qualification right now. So the only way that Ruben Amorim's team can actually get themselves into a European competition next season is by winning the Europa League. And I fully expect them to prioritize that competition over perhaps finishing mid-table in the Premier League. I think this is a fixture that Manchester United can use to just build up a bit of confidence going forward, but I think pride is definitely on the line. I think yes, for Manchester United it is very unfortunate that their injury list is that extensive. They're missing first choice players in positions and then the replacements as well, whereas with Arsenal, they've shown great maturity to just sort of cope with the loss of not having a centre forward altogether. And we've seen Arsenal sort of gravitate towards one another, stand up for one another, and continue playing for one another. Whereas when you look at Manchester United, it does seem like everybody's not even present on the pitch most of the time. This team lacks the mental focus and fortitude to be able to get an early lead and then see the match out, or to be able to come back from the jaws of defeat and win a match where they were losing 1-0 with a result of 2-1 or 3-1. And I think that's a problem for this team. Where Old Trafford used to be a fortress, it no longer is. Where Manchester United were competing with other teams, they no longer are. And I think now it's become a case of other teams coming to Manchester United and thinking that they definitely do have a chance to win, whereas before they were just prepared to do anything to avoid defeat. I think Arsenal look a lot stronger in this one, both on the pitch and off it. I think mentally this team looks better. Physically this team looks better. I think Manchester United really need to improve, but I think it will take time, and I think time is not really something that Ruben Amorim has right now. My score prediction for this one is going to be Manchester United 1, Arsenal 2.
Hi, thank you for making it to the end of this video. We really appreciate the watch time and the fact that you took some time out of your day to spend it with us talking about the sport that we all love. If you enjoyed the content, why not, drop a like down below or comment in the comment section. Maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. And I mean, while you are here right now, have a look at some of our old videos too. They should be appearing on the screen right now, along with that subscribe button. So you know exactly what to do. Um, Thank you so much. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And have a great day out there. And we hope to see you again very, very soon. Thanks. Stay safe.